What's up? alexy1 here playing igrokant, Anton Smirnov, and we get the Danish and the Spanish. This d3 line is somewhat normal. And he's playing solid. This is still known. Sorry for the background noise. There's I don't know how to call it, but there's a truck coming by. This knight on g5 is somewhat annoying. He's going to e6, so we'd better go knight d4. If he goes bishop e3, I wanted to go h6. And if he takes, I'm just gonna take on g5 and h3 is hanging. So now I can take there. And now I have to choose if I want to go either c6, queen c7 and something, or bishop f7. Because c6 makes some sense. The other move is maybe knight e7. I'm gonna go c6 first. And then maybe knight d7. Depends. Maybe you can play f4 though. That should be pretty annoying. Just want f3. Okay. Well, maybe I can go. It's somewhat strange though. I don't know. Could also go h5. Maybe even knight h7. Yeah, knight h7. Just aiming for g5. I mean, I guess he has to go f4 now. And I wanted to go knight g5 there. And just pawn takes, opening up the h file. And he has to capture probably. So if he takes h takes, he has to defend this pawn, and then we can just go bishop f6 and queen e7 and we're fine. If he doesn't take, I mean, I'm threatening to take e6 and also I'm threatening to take h3. So. Wow, did you guys see this? It jumped. Went from 2 minutes to 1:33. Or was it just here? I don't know. So, like I said, bishop f6, rook d1 maybe, threatening e5 and stuff. Okay. So maybe I should take, and if e takes I can even castle. Well, I don't want to castle. So I can do this and check, and then castle long. Knight e4 maybe? Well, if knight e4 I can probably take on b2 though. Or can't I? Yeah, I think I can. If he takes on f6, I'm just taking back with the pawn, fixing my pawn structure. And if he doesn't, I'm taking on c2. Or I'm gonna play d5. I think that's better. I guess I'm still taking with the pawn if he takes. I don't understand this. Well, I understand it's to some effect that he wants to play knight h5 and plump the h file, but I'm not aiming for h3 anyways anymore, because the queen here on f3 and the king on g2 are just plain strong. So now it's time to double rooks. This ending should be super good for me. Also, we're up in time for once. Maybe he's got some lag issues, I don't know. So at first I wanted to go bishop to b6. I don't know. Feels like the natural thing to do. No. The downside is this G7 pawn, yeah. But putting my bishop on D4 is probably good. And something like C5. Keeping this rook out. And then just make a passer. Or even this. Yeah, so pretty good game, I guess. Let's have a look. So yeah, the Spanish. And as usual, we play F5 here. And he goes for this D3 line. And D6. So this is the main move, but I really don't know all the ins and outs of that. I usually play this. And this bishop C4 is somewhat of a sideline. The main move here is Queen E2 or Queen D3. And then castle takes, check, and take there. And this is, this is all well known. If you've seen some games of me, you've probably seen that line before. But yeah, we went bishop G4. I think that's, oh yeah, you can go knight A5. I always forget this move. I always go bishop G4. But you have to do that in, so if you go A3 here, which is a interesting line, and then bishop C4, you have to go bishop G4. Because now if you go knight A5, he's just gonna go to A2. So here it's known to go to, you're known to have to go to G4. But here you have this knight A5, after which he has to go back, and we can go back, and then he can do something different. So yeah, I should have went knight A5. H3 and G4. Yeah, this is the annoying part, but luckily we still have this. And I thought F4 is probably annoying. H6. And this is somewhat reminiscent of the game. But instead of in the game you went bishop E3 and then F3 and then F4. So it saves me 2 tempos, I guess. And the C6 move is good because you want to hold these squares, D5 and B5, and also we're making room for our queen. And here F4 is probably the best move. Wasn't really sure how to continue there, but F3, and then we went knight H7, which was the best move again. So yeah, we're trying to go either knight G5, knight F8, or bishop G5, depending on what happens. So if F4 takes knight G5 is pretty annoying. So I'm attacking E6 as well as H3. So if he goes bishop F5, for instance, we can check and then take here, or even take on F4, because we're defending this. And now we can even castle maybe. So yeah, he took, which is the best, I guess. H takes is also fine, because now this rook is activated, and we have a nice square on F6. The angel wants to go rook F8. Okay, it's fine. Bishop F6 is also fine. I was wondering about this during the game, because it feels like I could move for multiple reasons. We don't really want to go bishop takes E5 because there's a trick. Bishop F7 check. And if I take, I'm getting mated, so I have to move my king, but then I'm losing a piece. So So I have to take with the pawn. Or check, maybe. Because then we can maybe do take. But yeah, still this is annoying. Ooh. It's just rookie one. Yeah. My king is horrible now and my rooks aren't connected. And that makes up for a lot of counterplay for him. So e5 I have to take with the pawn, I guess. And then bishop f5. Well, now my bishop on f6 is not as good as it was. Luckily for me we had this line. The engine wants to go bishop f7. Yeah, it's probably better. If he has this, then it's probably better. I don't know what I was gonna do here. At first glance you want to take here, but e5 is somewhat annoying. Just 94. And there's rook coming, and the knight is jumping all in my position. And if I check, king g2 attacks my rook again. That is pretty annoying. Okay, so I hadn't really looked at this move. Yeah. Well, anyways, he took with the e pawn, check, and castle long, and we're doing more than okay here. So I thought he definitely had to take, but if he had to take, he should take first. He should take here. And then do something like rook b1 or something, but rook b1, queen takes e2 is the problem. Yeah, I don't really see this working out for him as well. So I could just take here. I didn't really want to allow his rooks to get active, because now I can maybe jump to the b file and somewhat attack my king. But yeah, winning the pawn is probably better. I just wanted to centralize and, well, get a winning ending. And this bishop d4 is pretty good, because now we've well, all his counterplay is gone. It was all surrounding this f6 break, and that's not gonna happen now. So yeah. Yeah, as you can see, it's a bit planless as well. And now we just get our pawn to the other side. I don't know why this is better. This is just a move I went for instinctively. Because afterwards I thought I could check and check again and win as well. And it's not better. This is just plain winning. But yeah, queen e1 is also fine, I guess. So he can still take here. But we're up a full queen. Well, not a full queen, but a queen against a piece. That should be quite easy to win. So yeah, pretty good game actually. And I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I know I did. See you guys next time. Bye bye.